Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God. Back with you with the next video in my Line of God Daily Diary series. As usual, before I discuss what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I want to read you a chapter from the Bible. Today, I will start off by reading and continuing the book of Psalms, starting with Psalm 104. Bless the Lord, O my soul, O Lord my God, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who covered thyself with light as with a garment, who stretchest out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire, who laid the foundation of the earth, that it should not be removed forever. Thou coveredst it with the deep as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains. At thy rebuke they fled. At the voice of thy thunder they hasted away. They go up by the mountains, they go down by the valleys unto the place which thou hast founded for them. Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over, that they turn not again to cover the earth. He sendeth the springs into the valleys, which run among the hills. They give drink to every beast of the field. The wild asses quench their thirst. By them shall the fowls of the heaven have their habitation, which sing among the branches. He watereth the hills from his chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of thy works. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth, and wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, and bread which strengtheneth man's heart. The trees of the Lord are full of sap, the cedars of Lebanon, which he hath planted, where the birds make their nests. As for the stork, the fir trees are her house. The high hills are a refuge for the wild goats, and the rocks for the conies. He appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knoweth his going down. Thou makest darkness, and it is night, wherein all the beasts of the forest do creep forth. The young lions roar after their prey, and seek their meat from God. The sun ariseth, they gather themselves together, and lay them down in their dens. Man goeth forth unto his work, and to his labor until the evening. O Lord, how manifold are thy works! In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. So is this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. There go the ships. There is that Leviathan whom thou hast made to play therein. These wait all upon thee, that thou mayest give them their meat in due season. That thou givest them, they gather. Thou openest thine hand, they are filled with good. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to dust. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. The glory of the Lord shall endure forever. The Lord shall rejoice in his works. He looketh on the earth, and it trembleth. He toucheth the hills, and they smoke. I will sing unto the Lord as long as I live. I will sing praise to my God while I have my being. My meditation of him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord. Let the sinners be consumed out of the earth, and let the wicked be no more. Bless thou the Lord, O my soul, praise ye the Lord. The word of the Lord, thanks be to God. So I want to go ahead and say, when I look at this chapter, there's so much I want to discuss. So the first thing I just want to do is do a little bit of translation research to make sure I'm reading this verse correctly. Very beautiful. We'll get there. So we'll get to that beautiful verse, which is actually a reference to the Spirit of God, and which, of course, my non-angelical interpretation is myself. So the first thing that I want to discuss here is very beautifully in Psalm 104:12, by them shall the fowls of the heaven have their habitation, which sing among the branches. I just thought that that was so beautiful, thinking about the birds of the world, their beautiful singing. Um, just very beautiful. How God, He creates these animals of the world and how much joy they bring. I think about Maleficent and Lynx, and even when they scratch me, even if they bite me, they're just so beautiful, and I love them so much. And I just get right back to like cleaning their cat litter or giving them food and water, and I just think that they're so beautiful. Why? Because they are beautiful. And my favorite is when they smile, because they just light up the whole room, and I'm so grateful for them. The next thing I want to discuss is perhaps the most discussable verse from an evangelical perspective, which is Psalm 104:30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, referring to Lord Naren White. They are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. So it's very beautiful. So the idea here being, thou hidest thy face, the verse before, thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to their dust. And then the next verse, thou sendest forth thy spirit, referring to myself, Lord Naren White, is my interpretation. They are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. It's unclear to me who or what this is speaking about. It's a little bit unclear to me. If we read the verses prior, this may provide a little bit more insight. So let's start here. In Psalm 104:23, man goeth forth unto his work and to his labor until the evening. O Lord, how manifold are thy works! In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. So is this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. There go the ships, there is that Leviathan whom thou hast made to play therein. These wait all upon thee, that thou mayest give them their meat in due season. That thou givest them, they gather. Thou openest thine hand, they are filled with good. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to dust. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. The idea, it seems to be, as like all things, like all like creatures of the earth, etc., etc. That God, that the Spirit of God is often called the Creator Spirit. It appears some sort of reference to that creative power that the Spirit of God has. I don't think that the audience of what this is definitely like referring to just man, because it does mention like the creeping things of the earth, uh, you know, and things like that, and the idea that these wait all upon thee, that thou mayest give them their meat in due season. So you think like a bear goes and hibernates, then he gets the food after that. Thou then that thou givest them, they that gather, thou openest thine hand, they are filled with good. And then, of course, that idea that when God takes away their breath, they die and return to dust. Then it says, thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. So a reference, in my understanding, is to the that idea of the creator, the spirits. Though it could also mean for men as well, like whether it be like, as is mentioned that man being created in the image of God. So that idea of, you know the spirit, and his and the being the creator spirit. Although of course I myself, and I think probably most theologians, believe that it is God Father Jehovah who is primarily responsible for the creation of heaven and earth. Um, so just a reference to, the Spirit of God's creative power, and once more, like contrasting the Spirit as eternal. One of the titles of the Spirit of God is the Eternal Spirit. So contrasting the Eternal Spirit with the mortality of the creatures of this earth, and how they are they are bound to a specific time, and God, His Spirit, and the Son of God are eternal. And so just that contrast as well is something that I find to be there as well. And so that I'll go ahead and end the Bible reading there for today. And now transition over to what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Dive video. Since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I worked my software developer job. I worked at my core. I uploaded and scheduled yesterday's Daily Dive video for 8/10/23. And I have created, uploaded, and will schedule today's Daily Dive video for 8/11/23. And with no further achievements since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light to be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.